What's going on, family? It's your man Miami Patron here for another video, coming to you from beautiful Medellin, Colombia, and I am your guide to the digital nomad lifestyle, right? Teaching you how to travel, have fun, but also make money so you can have a sustainable life. Once you do it, have some fun while you're doing it, right? So what I'm gonna be talking about in this video here, because I've been living in Medellin for over 3 months now and I've loved it, right? So make sure you check out this video here where I talk about living in Medellin comfortably for under $1,000 a month. So check out that video, because you'll probably, if you like this video, you're gonna like that one. But anyways, what I'm talking about right now is, can you live in Medellin for under $500 a month? Yes, I said under 500 US dollars a month. Can you live here in Medellin with food, with transportation, accommodation, and everything? And the truth of it is, I'm gonna be showing you in this video. I'm not gonna tell you, but let's go ahead and hop inside, because I got some numbers that can really break this down, and I'm gonna show you how you can actually really live here for under $500 a month and not be eating out of a trash can. All right, so let's hop inside and let's break it down. Now we're inside, let's go ahead and get started. So I'm gonna be breaking down your travels into 4 categories, because typically when you're traveling abroad, your expenses are gonna drop into 4 main categories. Those, and by the way, I have notes here, so I keep the numbers straight. So if I look down, it's because I got the notes. All right, these 4 categories are accommodations, transportation, food, and fun. All right, those are the main categories that we're gonna look at, how we can actually live here for under $500 a month. Right now, we're not gonna be living in a penthouse, obviously, for $500 a month, but you can honestly live here comfortably and have a lot of fun here for a month for under $500. Because if you're coming from Miami, the flight is literally $100. I got here, it was a 4-hour flight from Miami for $100 from Miami here. So for less than $600, right, one way, you can live in Medellin and be a badass, right? So let's go ahead and do it. So let's go ahead and talk about number 1 is accommodation. So if you're gonna be staying, you're gonna try to live under $500 a month, make sure you check out, like I said, that video where I break down a little bit more of the cost of living here at the apartments and stuff right here. But for this case scenario, for this, we're gonna be staying at a hostel. Okay, we're gonna be staying at a hostel. Now the cost for a hostel here, you can find is about $5 a day. $5 a day in the nice area, which is Poblado. So for those of you that don't know about Medellin, the most popular area is Medellin is Poblado. That's the most popular touristy part. Now there is a hostel there. I'll probably attach it like a visual or something like that. I think it's called Paisa Culture or Paisa Hostel, something like that, or Paisa. But it's about $5 a day. So think about that. $5 a day times 30 days comes out to $150 a month. Right, so you can stay there for 2 weeks, or you can go find another one. I think the max is like a month, but you could talk to them. Just book 2 weeks, you know, and then once you get there, extend it or leave and then come back. It doesn't matter. But either way, $5 a day comes out to $150 a month just to live, just accommodation. Because when you're traveling, the most expensive is transportation and accommodations. Those are your most expensive. So now that we got that out of the way for $500 a month, or sorry, for $150 a month, man, we got a lot of money to get working with, and you're still living a nice life. I think it's like an 8-bedroom or something. 6 people in a room for $5 a night. Man, sign me up. All right. So that's if you want to stay in a hostel. Now, even if you don't want to stay in a hostel, we can still rent a room and still be under that budget. Now, let me tell you this. You can rent a room here for about $10 a day. Rent a room in an apartment, either in Poblado. I highly recommend, if you're gonna be trying to live under $500 a month, you go to La Laureles, Envigado, or Sabaneta, right? These are right out of the tourist area, but still safe areas for tourists, all right? And you're gonna still see a lot of gringos there. So you can still rent a room. If you don't wanna do the hostel thing for $5 a night, you can rent a room on Airbnb for $10 a night. So that comes up to about $300 a month. But even if you do, if you book for a whole month, you can even bring that down, because typically on Airbnb, when you book for a month, you get a discount. So let's just keep it at $300, but that's still amazing. The fact that you can rent a room and keep your accommodations at $300 a month is pretty badass. People think you can only do that in Bali, but you can do it here as well. All right, so now that we got accommodations out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about food. All right, so like I said, you should definitely check out that video, Cost of Living, where I break down food. I even take it to the grocery store with me, so I show you how much I actually spend on food. But anyway, food is gonna cost about $150 a month, all right? A month, $150 a month. I used to spend that a week in Miami when I was living in Miami, all right? So that comes to about eating out 50-50. 50% cooking at home, 50% eating out. Because I don't like to, cook every single night. I like to go out, I like to have some fun, right? So that comes out to $150 a month. You can even break it down a little bit more if you don't want to eat out. You could probably bring that down to even $100. $100 a month if you cook at home or cook at your hostel, right? But I'm gonna keep it in as if you do want to go out and have some fun, because I said we're gonna live a pretty decent lifestyle even under $500. So 50% eating out, 50% cooking at home. You're gonna spend about $100 a month. That's if you're shopping at Éxito. So remember, if you look at that other video, I show you exactly where to shop once you do get here. All right. So that way we got food out of the way. Let's go ahead and talk about transportation. Now, transportation. There's two ways that you can go ahead and, if you want to stay under $500 a month, there's two ways that you can go ahead and travel. Obviously, it's walking, right? You can go ahead and walk. Walking is free, especially if you're staying in Poblado. Most of the stuff is going to be there in Poblado. Okay, most of the stuff is going to be there in Poblado. Now you might be saying, well, what if I want to get out of the city? What if I want to explore? Now I'm going to give you a couple options that you can actually take advantage of while you're here. That's still not going to break the bank, and we can still stay under $500. The first thing you can take is the metro. Okay, the metro system here in Medellin is amazing, right? I've taken the metro. That even includes the cable cars that go upside the mountain, which I highly recommend. So how much is the metro? The metro is $1. It's about $1 round trip. All right, it's about $1,500 pesos one way, or 3,000 pesos, which is about $1 round trip, right? So if you want, in that metro will take you to almost all the most popular parts in Medellin. It'll take you to any of the free tours. If you're doing a free tour, which I highly recommend, check out freetours.com, where you can check out the city like Comuna 13 for free. I went to Comuna 13. You could go to Guatapé. It costs a little bit of money, but tomorrow I'm going to Parque Arvi, which is at the top of the cable cars. It's a free tour. I found all that on free tour. So that's I'm going to be talking about that here in a second, but use the metro, because that will take you get you to all those different places. Okay, you can take the metro. The next thing you can take is they're called green. They're little electric scooters. So if you live in a major city, you know what I'm talking about. They're little electric scooters, and they're only 10 cents a minute. 10 cents a minute. So if you're in Poblado, you could take that shit anywhere you want to go for 10 cents a minute and still stay in that budget. So you can walk, you can take the metro for about $1 round trip, or you can go ahead and take the green, or you can take an Uber, and Uber's about $2 to $3 for an Uber. All right. So even then, with that transportation, I'm marking it at about $15 a month. Okay. We had our hostel at about $150 a month. We had our food at $150 a month, so that's $300. Now we have transportation. Now the way I mapped out transportation was you take a metro once every other day. Right? Once every other day, that's $15 a month. So just right there, we're at $315 a month. We have a place to live. We have food in our refrigerator, and we got to eat. We got transportation to the different places that we want to go to. All right. The next category, and the final one, is fun. Right. Fun. There's a lot of free shit to do here. Right. So for those of you that don't know about Medellin is green as hell. Like, it's green as hell. It's fun. Like, it's so green. That's why I love the cities, because I love nature. There's a lot of parks here. There's parks everywhere. Almost every attraction or every city is named after a park. Parque Yeres, Parque Arvi, everything's a park, because there's so much green and there's so many forests and stuff like that. And so because of that, there's a lot of free stuff to do. For example, you can go to the parks for free, and I highly recommend going to the different parks. There's more parks than just Parque Yeres, okay? There's Parque Poblado, Parque Arvi, so many different parks. I highly recommend going to Joaquin Botanico. It's an amazing, huge, forest, type park. Highly recommend going there. Very green. You're gonna have fun there. But any of those parks are free to get into. Okay, so this is stuff you can do for fun. There's a lot of events. There's always events. Depending on what time of the year you're coming as well. During October, the beginning of October, August, because right now we're in August. There's something called Feria de las Flores. Okay, I didn't know what that was until I got here. Basically, it's bigger than Christmas here, where they celebrate the flowers, because there's so many flowers here that it's a festival of flowers, and there's a bunch of events, a bunch of free events, parks, events, all that kind of stuff. You can also check out, use the app. I think it's called Medellin Guide, and see what kind of events are going around the city. And like I mentioned earlier, tours, okay? Freetours.com, where there's a shitload of tours that you can do for free. You can tip the guy if you want. If I recommend, a couple bucks, $2 or $3, right? Go ahead and go on a free tour, right? There's so much stuff to do here that you can still have fun and not live like a freaking, crazy person and living out of a trash can while you're doing that. So I went ahead and marked fun at about $50 a month. All right, $50 a month is about 150,000 pesos. Okay, and that's like you going out having fun, going drinking, all that kind of stuff. A beer, like I said, is about $2 or something like that. So even then, for under $500, we broke that down. We have, if you stay at a hostel, right, $150 a month, food $150 a month, transportation $15 a month, and food $50 a month. We are under or at about $500 a month, and you ain't living like a homeless person, right? So that's the cost of living here in Medellin. That's why I come in, because not only can you live super comfortable for a economical price, but the women here and the people here is amazing. I've had nothing but fun, and I have nothing but great things to say about Medellin, guys. So make sure you subscribe below, because I'm always talking about the cities in which I travel to, so you can live not only a budget lifestyle, but also a luxury lifestyle. And I teach you how to make money online so you can actually live abroad, because I've been doing it for now since I turned 23 in January. So other than that, guys, Miami Patron out. I'll see you guys next time.